Hard to believe it's week 8, modules 11 and 12. Just 3 weeks left of this class because there's a full week of week 8, full week of week 9, and a full week of week 10. So even though it's 8 out of 10, we got 3 weeks left. Home stretch. This week is about curriculum and curriculum planning. And I want to talk a little bit about the classroom observation paper that is due. So I'm going to go through here to the assignments and find that paper. Sometimes it takes me a minute, just like it does you guys. Here it is. And we're going to go over this real briefly, just so you're really clear on what I expect. So you observed 2 different classrooms, and you're going to compare and contrast these. And I know some of you had a hard time getting very different schools because some places are closed over the summer. So do your best to compare and contrast based on what you saw. You're going to, in this, sorry, I'm going to peek at my notes here real quick. You're going to make sure the Colorado Shines rating is on here, and if you don't know what it is, then contact the school and ask them, because if they were recently reviewed, they may not have that rating back. All programs should start, that go into the system, start at a level 1, and then they can move up the tier. So they may have recently been observed by Colorado Shines. Right now they have a level 1, but they were recently observed, waiting to hear whether they're a 3, 4, or 5. So find out what their current rating is, and if they're waiting for a new rating, find out what that is as well. There's really clear stuff here. I'm not going to go point for point through this, and there's another screencast from Allison that explains the assignment as well. You don't need to answer all of these bullets here. You don't have to do all of them. I want you to do 2, 3, or 4 that really struck you the most. Which of these things have an effect on the way you think of yourself as an educator, the way you teach, how you practice, what you learned, what you agreed with, what you didn't agree with? So again, you don't have to worry about hitting all of those all the way down this list, but pick the ones that were the most meaningful to you. If there's something else that's not on this list that's meaningful, you can add that too. What I'm looking for, like so many other papers that you've written, is your thoughtful reflection on the experience. What did you learn? How are you changed through this? Also, I want to point out that this assignment is due late in the course to give you time to learn from all the course materials as we go. So as you're writing this, I'm not necessarily looking for you to apply it to just curriculum and curriculum planning. I'm really looking for how this observation applies to many things that we've learned. The learning environment, health, safety, and well-being, guidance and relationships, so on and so forth. So I'm looking for you to apply what you've learned throughout the semester and put it here. Obviously not every single thing, but many of them I'd like to see come up. I want to remind you that grammar, punctuation, and spelling are always important. I need to be able to follow your thoughts in order to give you a good grade. If you jump from one thought to another too quickly, or you don't separate out your thoughts by paragraph, or if your sentences are too short, or they're really way too long and they're run-on sentences, those things make it really hard for me to follow what it is you're trying to say. So make sure you have somebody else read your paper and give you feedback. The Writing Center is always an option. If you complete your assignment ahead of time, you can turn it into them and get feedback. You can have a friend, a colleague, someone you know, read your paper and help give you feedback as well. I want to wrap up by saying thank you all so much for the great work you do on assignments. I try really, really hard to stay on top of grading all the assignments. With 40 students in this class, sometimes I get a little behind, and I do apologize. But I also really take my time with each assignment because I learn who you are as a person and a professional in that assignment, and I want to really read it and think about it and get to know you. So sometimes it takes a while because I spend a long time with them, but know that I do it because I care. As always, you know how to email me with any questions, and I'm always happy to hear from you all. Hope you have a fantastic week and good luck with all the assignments this week.